Live from Studio 6B in the Fimble Recreational Center for the Fashionably Exasperated, it's Pran Funkels Live. And now, join us for lots of prank phone calls.
Pran Funkels.
Pran Funkels.
Nice.
Live. It's a Sunday night.
And is your refrigerator running? Well, turn it off.
Because it's time for a dick a dog in the morning.
Pran Funkels.
We were just talking off air about we should have that as an intro. We should have been doing it for a long time.
And tonight,
some just crappily produced dick and dog sounding thing with a bunch of laser noises.
the opening.
Because I actually...
Is your voice in the toilet? Then you're listening to Dick and Dog in the morning.
I may not like them songs what starts out where it's all trebly and the guy singing's voice is all just in a toilet, and then all of a sudden it's like and all of a sudden it's not anymore after a couple of lines.
It's all like loud and shit. Yeah.
Where it's like and it sounds like it's in a toilet. You know what I'm talking about?
And then there's that one song that goes. What is? Whoa!
That's Collective Soul.
Yeah, we used to
I
talk
like
about
that Collective
we used to
Soul.
talk about the toilet effect in that song. Like, there's a guy saying "yeah" into a toilet.
Maybe that was the start of it.
Yeah. There it was. You should just cut just the "yeah" part and just play it during calls tonight.
I can do that.
I remember hearing that on The Cat. I think it was. I'm pretty sure in Oklahoma City, and it was probably one of their extremely cool DJs at the time.
Oh, do you think it was Jake Daniels? It's
It
probably
might have
Jake
been.
Daniels.
Or it might have been Leo Cage.
Leo Cage is funny because am
Is
I
he
loud
still
enough
on?
or am I too loud? I don't know because I don't listen to the fucking Cat. I don't listen to any music channels anymore. But he does like local promos and stuff. And I don't know. I've kind of grown. I hated him so much back in the '90s because he just had this It just had this weird way of talking that was kind of just kind of irritated me. Oh yeah, and he would say he would back then in the '90s he would introduce there was when he would introduce Smashing Pumpkins songs he'd call coming up next we got the Pumpkins.
Yeah.
It used to irritate the shit out of me that we'd call them the Pumpkins. Like that's not, it's Smashing Pumpkins, you asshole, Pumpkins. But for I've heard other like local DJs talk about how he's actually just how like kind of comically poor he is. Like he just really is he's just kind of like some hippie, just kind of driving around in a shitty car, and but how he's just like super laid back and the coolest guy you'd ever want to hang out with or something. So.
He's a real life Johnny Fever.
Yeah, and he's I guess he's just still working. You still hear his voice, and he's gotten better. His voice isn't so much like this. There's just something about when he was first came here, and there was also a band back at that time that had probably some one-hit wonder that, and you guys may know what I'm talking about. And they were called Mighty Joe Plum. Back in the late '90s, and
Plum?
the way he used to say that used to irritate the shit out of me too, and go, "Mighty Joe Plum."
Was that what was their hit?
I don't know. I just remember the fucking shitty. That's
Was
such
that
a shitty
the
name. Mighty Joe Plum and the
the song
Pumpkins.
from
Coming up next,
the
we got Mighty Joe Plum and then later on the Pumpkins.
were they the song from the It's Pat soundtrack that was the I Hate Everything About You or something?
No, that was Ugly Kid Joe. Close.
Oh, okay.
It's,
That was close.
You're in the ballpark there with the name. No, Ugly Kid Joe's way more well known. That Mighty
Of
Joe.
course,
I'd have to
of
look
course,
that up.
of course, Ween is in that movie that
Yes.
the cat would never
I
play.
played with the Ween.
Ween
with
is
the Ween. Gross.
Ween's too good to be played on anything,
Oh,
any
yeah.
radio station in Oklahoma, except
Yes.
for one in particular that didn't stay around for very long.
Right. It's no longer. Yeah.
So I was gonna say it was either him or the other guy I mentioned. Who was the other guy I mentioned? It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Jake Daniels. I guess you mentioned him.
Jake Daniels. Yeah, I forgot how he was one of those DJs that talk like this.
It was probably one of them, but
I
they
don't
were
pronounce my S's. He's
playing that
kinda
song,
like
and
Rich. Yeah, good.
and toward the end he was like inserting words in there when it says yeah, and he said something like testicle or something. He was just like saying words in there.
in the blank space between words.
Or just while it's saying yeah. Or I think it does, yeah, at the end there's a part where it doesn't say yeah on that part. And I think he at least did that one time. I don't know if it might have been that or it might have been something else, but it was, I don't know. I was amused by it as a as a teen at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's funny. Redacted
Anyway.
says 15 stories probably, and then he says live through this. He might be talking about Mighty Joe Plum, whatever fucking song. Maybe that's what he's talking about. Either that or whatever other song we were talking about. I don't know. Shitty mid to late.
I feel like I should know what their hit or hits were. But
Mighty Joe Plum. Couple of next, Mighty Joe Plum. You just gotta have that. BB's here, and he says happy anniversary.
Redacted says, I can't stay as I have work tomorrow. Imagine
me
that.
Too. Me too. I've got work tomorrow too, so I can't stay
Me
super
too.
late. But I figured I got me too'd. I got me too. Got to go to work tomorrow. Yeah, and so and can we talk about this disturbing picture, which is like it's in an area of the body I don't want to know.
I think it's the most.
What was that?
I think it's.
Play it again. It sounds like an animal. Sounds like a cow.
Sounds like
moving.
the thing we're looking at in the picture there.
It does.
Whatever the fuck that abomination is.
Well,
I think that's the most disturbing one we've had yet.
it is, because what...
It's starting to sound like whack-ack.
Like what? I don't even know what that's like a chicken or a rooster, right? The head there, right? But
Kira, you had somebody in our chat
like the rest of it's like
last night.
An unshaven area of the body, and then
Someone in our chat last night when we didn't have a show summed it up pretty well, I think. Kira, do you have that?
Let me see if I can find it.
And Cody, that you had the thought. I did the first thought when I looked at it was what's that look like there? It looks like a little barf from Spaceballs.
Yeah, looks
Barf
a lot
from
like
Spaceball. John Candy's character in Spaceballs.
it's a lot like his head poking up out of whatever abyss that is.
I keep looking at this whatever it's on there, and it just looks like the area between someone's like navel and their genital area, and like the bottom part's like a partially shaven, pubic area at the very bottom right.
Looks like a
And then there's some kind of a
a
wart or something there.
yeah.
above.
Looks like a possibly a vagina with a bit of an abscess on it or something.
God, it's awful. We're gonna have to you're gonna make people.
It does not look good. There's nothing pleasant about looking at this.
We need to put a Collective Soul album cover up just to cover it up.
Oh, that's what this is. Did you not know?
Okay. Yeah. How many upstart bands do you think are using this app or whatever to make their album covers?
That does look like a 90s album cover.
Yeah. Yeah. And just, the title just nowhere on it. Or maybe just really tiny up at the top corner is the name of the band or something. Guys, we need to do a musical group, and then just, these will be our albums. Or our EPs or whatever. 3 or 4 songs on each one. And
It's
something real fucked up like this.
It's like EPs or whatever. That's the name of that's the band name.
EPs, whatever. EP, whatever music stuff.
It's like whatever music stuff. That's a band name right there.
It's Happy Easter, everybody.
That's like Happy Easter. That's a band name. Yeah, somebody needs to have
Los Angeles, start your VCRs.
Stay with more energy.
All of a sudden, I'm thirsty.
Give me a Bud Light.
That's like Give Me a Bud Light. That's a band name right there.
This is like, that's a band name. That's a band name right there.
That's like right there. That was my nickname in high school. That's
Give
like
me a Bud Light.
So I go to the refrigerator.
I can't tell
I just know how it's gonna taste.
Want some Bud Light, want some Bud Light, want some Bud Light, want some
And I take that awesome first long drink. And it hits me right there.
Just like some douchebag in a bar just imitating Eddie Vedder. I mean, that's all that is, right? Just some fucking complete douchebag that they got. Like, they went into a real bar and I guess got some real person to just listen how good I sing, and just
Wasn't it the producer of the commercial? Excuse me.
whoever posted that, there's a version of it online that's like all perfect, and it's like, whoever produced or directed the commercial back in the day, like, posted that and other commercials they did.
I thought it was him doing that Eddie Vedder thing.
No, I think they like literally just went into a bar and just found some, to quote Marilyn J. Manson, beautiful people to be in the commercial. Just found some fucking people and were like, hey, you look like a drunk douchebag. You want to make a just really off the cuff type of,
Yeah.
we're just farting around and we're just not really trying, It just imagine the grunge attitude only towards the commercials, which is what everybody was doing back then.
Hey, you guys. Well, that was obviously not John.
Yeah. Well, I think he almost hit a note there, so no, it can't be John. No karaoke John.
So, Kira, do you have the synopsis for this picture that someone had from last night?
Be able to find it.
It's in
We
the
gave a
chat
pretty-
for Patrick to read.
Oh, is it? Okay. I'm looking at. I'm mesmerized, but I'm staring at it. So let me take a look at the chat here, folks. I'm not seeing it. What the fuck? Hang on.
In the Zoom chat?
Yeah, I'm looking at the Zoom chat. Hang on. Why am I not seeing it? Hang on. Maybe I'm in the wrong. Hang on. Yeah, I'm in the wrong.
Did you change it
It's
from
been a while
bottom
since I-
chat to middle chat?
Okay, I got it.
Bottom chat to dead chat?
So, let's see. Don Wong. It's from Don Wong, and it says...
Mr. Donathan Wanathan.
says, rare, captured picture of a camel's underside with a rare, red-headed, black booby bird presenting a plate of cooked chicken to a gremlin.
I think that's pretty good.
Picture of a camel's underside. Well, it's definitely the foot or another part of the foot of the camel, if you know what I'm saying. Take a dog in the morning.
Yeah, classic rock all day.
I think it's a part of it's a part of your foot, the end of your foot. What is that called? It's the camel's part of that.
I believe you're thinking of the toe.
Whoa, camel toe.
Was there a... Was that a rim shot?
Did I yell over it? Oh, okay.
I could do you one better. Let's give this a try.
There you
That's
go.
the Pran Funkels desktop drum set.
Yeah. Great.
To me, it looks like just a still shot of an episode of Hoarders. And it's like some old person's shitty apartment that's like sort of flooded, as you can see toward the top right. And then there's like a...
So that's carpet?
Yeah, kind
Okay.
of. So like the person living there is like barely, as they say in the Good Times theme, keeping their head above water.
Right.
They're eating a plate of
Yeah, of course.
tater
Because-
tots or something, and
Oh.
there's part of a Barcalounger that's hunter green over to the left there.
A Barcalounger.
And then at the top left, you can see their VHS collection of
Yeah.
movies that David Morse has been in.
They recorded from this. It's only straight to video and made for TV David Morse movies.
There's a Cheeto possibly on there, or a cheese puff on the carpet there, the wet carpet
Yeah.
that's currently being flooded due to the toilet that overflowed.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's awful. It's just awful.
BB
Water.
says, I just dropped acid and I see nothing out of the ordinary with this picture. Very standard scene.
It's yeah. Oh man. Oh,
8
man.
years, folks.
8 years, unofficial 8th anniversary. We didn't do anything special because, you know, kind of like, you know, when your kid turns 8. Oh, we made it to the end of the Paperboy obstacle course. Good for us. There's about 2 people sitting in the audience cheering us on. Like you guys.
One of those persons was a user of catheters, I think, that was cheering wildly.
Oh boy. Yeah.
She was
also-
being a little bit demanding.
Happy Easter too. 26th anniversary.
So am I
of the
demanding?
26th anniversary of the Nacho in My Pocket call, right?
Oh, shit, yeah, it is. We should play that in honor of it.
I ain't got it. You got it.
I probably, yeah, I think I have it on my Mac, which is online right now. But
Okay.
before we do anything else, you mentioned Easter, and I thought we should observe Easter by listening to a quick song. It's about a minute long. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
What was that, Claire?
Okay. Sure.
There we go. Yeah, let me unmute that.
Is that her name, Claire?
Attaboy.
It seems kind of quiet.
It's a quiet soundboard.
Let me unmute that Zoom account so that you can actually hear it when I play it.
No problem.
I hope I'm doing a good enough job for you.
Hey, guys, you're doing a great job. You have improved my lifestyle.
There's something about her weird voice that tickles my fancy, I gotta tell you.
She sounds a little too into catheters. Like, I think this was a choice for her.
I got
Being
into
catheter.
indica, and she got into catheters.
It was mind-blowing. It was almost like I was in the Disney world of ostomy and catheter supplies.
Who the fuck would say that? Oh, God. I mean, God
All right.
forbid any of us ever have to fucking
Yeah.
do that shit.
Was that Eddie Vedder there? Alright.
All right. Happy Easter, everybody. Here's a song.
You know what this is, anyone?
I'm listening. Not right off.
Looking around.
This is a level from Doom. Yeah, what is that? I've never heard
A
that.
bunch of kite-boyd. Trying to blast my way through a bunch of kite-boyd with a BFG.
So that's a Doom?
Yeah.
Okay. See,
You don't remember that?
No, I'm not real familiar with the
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 PC version?
the PZ version because I always played on PlayStation, which didn't have the little MIDI songs.
Yeah, which was not a. I'd rather it did. That's a criticism I have of it. I don't know. It did a good job of creating an atmosphere.
Well, yeah, it's an original soundtrack on
Yeah,
on PlayStation. It's pretty great. But yeah, the
but I like the MIDI.
those
stuff.
little MIDI songs, especially the when they ripped off the Pantera song and what else? There's a couple like a Slayer song or two. They took the riffs out of them. Is Tales from the Dark Side starting? BB says, "Is that the Trent Reznor remix of Have You Seen the Muffin Man?"
It's actually Peter Cottontail.
Have you seen the Muffin
Oh wait, is that the same tune as Have You Seen the Muffin Man?
Man? Have you seen the muffin? I don't know.
No, I think it's slightly different. A lot of that old stuff has very similar.
Here
A lot of
comes
that,
Peter Cottontail.
A lot of that stuff that's public domain has the same tune almost.
Peter Cottontail's leaving a bunny trail.
I was trying to find the Pantera one.
Yeah. It's dan 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 dan. It's one. This is. It's dan dan. It's. Yeah.
I know, I'm just
It's like
trying
one
to
of the
find
earlier ones, you know what I'm saying? It's the name of the Pantera song is. Well, it's part of Mouth for War. It's like the first song on Vulgar Display of Power. Dan, 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 dan. Yeah.
I get up at 5 in the morning. I fight traffic. I bust my hump all day. I fight traffic again. And I come home. Then I pay my taxes. The end.
Is that too loud?
Yeah, that riff right there. The riff straight out of Revenge! It didn't do any of that.
Yeah. Well, if you listen to oh, I finally got that shit out of me. Oh yeah. I was straining. I was trying to shit when I sang that part, and then I did, and then I went, oh yeah. Now, if you listen to the songs on that, they all do like almost the same exact chord progression.
Yes, the basic rock and roll,
which gets kind of tedious
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you listen to the whole soundtrack. But
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway,
Welcome, folks. 8th anniversary show, and as I
happy
was saying,
Easter.
yeah, happy Easter. You know, 8 years. You know, the really big one's 2 years off, so we're not doing anything super special this year, I guess.
Nah, we're here.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm
we
not gonna
can-
stay too long, but
Nah, but we're glad you're here. We were hoping to get Mike on, but he's probably asleep at this juncture.
yeah, which I should be asleep myself, honestly. But
There was going. We were gonna try to do a show last night, and long story short, it didn't happen. And apologies to anyone who waited in the chat.
yeah, what happened?
Some things.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, it's okay. You don't have to say. So here we are. I was gonna say you were talking about Hoarders earlier, and how this looks like an episode of Hoarders, and the guys, it looks like somebody with a plate of food. The thing that bothered me the most about every episode of Hoarders was like after they would, clean up the house, in quotes.
Yeah.
And then they would always have to eat a meal in that gross fucking house. And it's like, you can't, there's no amount of cleaning that will make that place okay to fucking, like, I mean, I guess that's their house and they have to eat there, but you know what I mean? It's like, they're all like sitting there like, look, we're eating a meal. They're just kind of doing it for show anyway. Like, look at us eating in here. Yum. And then...
It's so sanitary, you can almost eat at McDonald's in here now.
And you can look around, they're sitting in the,
There's not
always...
McDonald's laying around on the floor from 10 years ago.
Right. And like, unless, I mean, there's no fucking way they got every single, like, roach out of that place. You know what I mean? It's like, no, they would have to burn the fucking place to the ground.
Exactly.
There's no way there's not still fucking vermin living in that fucking place.
Double cheeseburger, it's back. McDonald's double cheeseburger, it's back.
It's back. Time to start Coke and have a burger. Double cheeseburger, back.
Take a breather. It's okay.
My heart's gonna explode.
It's not that exciting, and eating that food won't help the situation.
But anyway, yeah. So that's the thing. Like the equivalent. Okay. The equivalent of, someone eating food in one of those places, it was always, I shouldn't have said the equivalent first, but people eating the dinner, the meal in it at the end of the show on those hoarder shows, it was always the same to me as the kid in Gummo eating the spaghetti in the fucking bathtub of green water. It's just like, it's fucking disgusting, and it's like, it's never going to be clean enough to eat it. I don't know. It's just like equally disgusting as that kid who, if you guys have ever seen Gummo, the Harmony Korine movie, go check that out. Mm-hmm. I'll spoil a little bit of it here. A kid is eating a big plate of spaghetti in a fucking bathtub of green, disgusting water, and then someone comes, this is right at the end of the movie too, like, somebody comes door to door selling those world's finest chocolate bars, and the kid's mom is like, "Oh, I'll take one, thanks," and she gets the chocolate bar for him, and then she's like, "Here, dessert," and gives it to him, and he's still sitting in the bathtub with this fucking big nasty plate of spaghetti eating it.
New blood on Falcon Brown. You're gonna look like cooked spaghetti.
Judging by your voice, Mr. Singer, I think it's some greasy cooked spaghetti with a lot of.
So she
It's
gives
probably
the kid,
some 80-20 ground beef.
yeah. So she gives the kid his chocolate bar, and he opens it, and of course he drops it into the fucking nasty green water and pulls it out and keeps eating it. So yeah, that kid, he's a kid who looks like he's straight out of. You remember those Norman Rockwell things
Yeah.
where with the weird ass looking kids and people that were like they look like fucking inbred people or something, kids, or there's something wrong with them. That's how this kid looked. And yeah, so if you guys have ever seen Gummo, check out Gummo.
I think the casting call for that film involved the phrase, "Are you fucked up looking?"
Were you raised by people in the fucking hills? BB BB says the episode with a lady who had he's talking about
Hoarders.
hoarders, and he says the episode with the dead mummified cats. The episode that's like every episode there was a dead animal, right? Though, right?
There was an episode
Mummified cats buried
with
under
a
piles
lady.
of junk.
There was that episode, and then I'm sure they had a bunch
Jesus.
more.
There was always,
Unfortunately, after
like,
that.
Yeah, there was always like, oh, I had, and they were like, we found cat bones over here, and they were like, oh, that's, Snowball disappeared 8 years ago, and it's like, yeah, you're fucking,
Yeah, you can't
you
keep
had a
track.
fucking
of the-
animal. You had a fucking animal that was alive, and it just went off somewhere and died in your fucking house. God damn.
I remember, if we're talking about the same episode, and I think we are, she was getting Subway and like feeding Subway sandwiches to the cats,
God.
which is probably what you should do with that
Yes.
food.
Yeah, for sure. Gary Busey, Burger King, yes. Gummo. Yep. Yeah, I said Gummo.
When you come into my gummo, you're gonna get horny for spaghetti.
that fucking scene at the end of the movie,
I'm
that's like
coming into this bathtub.
everything just kind of builds up to that fucking scene.
Some world's finest
Mm.
chocolate just came out of my go.
It's just so fucking disgusting. Like, yeah.
Kira, are you still with us?
Yeah.
You've seen Gummo, haven't you?
No.
You have not seen Gummo? Oh,
Mm-mm.
shit. No, it's like a lot of the...
If you don't want to
pretty-
be grossed out, then don't.
I think I'll pass.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... But there's some, like... It's just one of those movies that's like, it's just weird for the sake of being weird, and it's like, you're sitting there going like, are these fucking people actors? Because I don't know, they seem like just real people but like,
I think a lot of them were. I think that was kind of the point.
just real fucking people. Like, yeah, that, like, he just kind of filmed them doing shit and like, the kid lives in basically a hoarder house, right? Like, his mom just has all this fucking shit in her house, and so there's a lot of like silly kind of parts of it that are just funny. And one of them I remember is like the kid's like, he's like I said, he looks like he's out of one of those Norman Rockwell pictures with the extremely stringy, skinny, weird looking, kid. And so he's like trying to build muscles or something, and he goes down to the basement, or he goes in some room of the house, and he finds all this fucking silverware, and like he wants to start like lifting weights, so he like gets some duct tape or something. He like duct tapes a bunch of piles of silverware around the handles, and he's like lifting it like it's like little arm weights. Like, what? And then his mom comes in and starts doing some funky aerobics or something. It's such a fucking weird movie. If you enjoy just stuff that's Cody and I have always talked about how like it's kind of fun to just we're kind of fans of stuff that you're watching and just going, what the fuck am I watching? This is so just out there. If you enjoy that kind of stuff, you would probably enjoy that. But it's also gross. But go ahead.
If you'd like something similar but not gross particularly, I would suggest Slacker.
Oh yeah, I was talking about Slacker with somebody today. Yeah.
Have you seen that, Kira?
It's Richard Linklater's first movie, right?
Definitely one of them, I think. If not the first.
Yeah, I think it was his first movie. That movie was the movie that inspired Kevin Smith to start making movies. Well, his first like feature-length movie, I guess. Whatever. I think 1989 or something.
I enjoyed that movie.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
It just seems like a bunch of weird people doing weird stuff.
Yeah. Down in Texas. So
it's probably going to Whataburger.
Yeah. Yep.
Sadly, that's no longer a Texas thing. They're opening them everywhere now.
It's bullshit. That's what it is. They're opening it everywhere, and it's bullshit. You guys have heard me complain about Whataburger since I didn't think it'd be a big deal. I was like, what are you nerds all upset about that not being a Texas chain? Well, guess what? It sucks now. Whataburger fucking sucks. It used to be pretty good, and now it sucks. So fuck Whataburger.
I went to one of the I think 2 that are currently open in this area, and what I got was pretty good.
Yeah, well.
But they had the drive-through was laid out like a Chick-fil-A, or at least the ones around here, where they have like 2 lanes and they have employees standing outside taking your order.
Yep.
Which actually made it pretty efficient, but
I don't have a problem with that.
But it's also Whataburger, and like one of their things is, and they'll probably will fucking change this because they're making it suck because it's owned by Arby's now or whatever. But their thing has always been your order. It's made to order, so like it's gonna take 10 minutes, but what you ordered it's gonna be fresh. You know.
Yeah, I'll give it to them. Maybe I'm too hard on Whataburger. They just really upset me when they like basically cut their menu in half or something. They just got rid of it.
If you're hungry for a really fresh burger, you can always grow your own fixings. Or you can get yourself one of these, a Whataburger.
Hold on, Mel. We've got some big news that just can't.
What? Oh, what's this big news?
And wait, presenting the What a Meal deal. A great meal and a great deal at only $1.99. It's a Whataburger, fresh and made to order, a regular order of fries, and a medium soft drink for only $1.99. So hurry in for the What a Meal deal, only at Whataburger.
No, wait a second.
Whataburger.
Yeah, Cody, like, the guy totally fucked that up. Did you hear him? He says, made the order. He says... Play that again. The guy completely fucks that up, and they just don't they didn't redo it or anything. Completely made the order. What does he say there when he says
if
made
you're
the
hungry
order?
for a really fresh burger, you can always grow your own
Fresh burger.
Or you can get yourself one of these, a Whataburger.
Hold on, Mel. We've got some big news that just can't wait. Presenting the What a Meal deal. A great meal and a great deal at only $1.99. It's a Whataburger, fresh and made to order, a regular order of fries, and a medium soft drink for only $1.99. So hurry in for the What a Meal deal, only at Whataburger.
It's the great big taste.
Yeah.
Whataburger.
He just completely fucked that up and was like, nope, that's good. Keep it. It's made the order. Like, it sounds like he literally did like one take of that, and then they just kept it. Like, where they
that
just
makes sense.
Under some serious time constraints there or something. That he couldn't read that fucking 10-second piece one more time and not say, first, made the order. Made the order. It says made the order. Yeah. Oh well. That's what when you listen carefully to things, that's the kind of shit you pick up on. Pran Funkels.
It's a good thing they had about 3 or 4 different jingles crammed in there.
Yeah.
One of these is gonna catch somebody's ear.
What? Who have they got at the beginning? Is that like the guy who played Ernest T. Bass or something? Like, you can go get this burger, or you can have one of these.
If you're hungry for a really fresh burger, you can always grow your own fixings. Or you
can
can
always
get yourself
what?
one of these. A water
Buy-
burger. If you're
Buy your
hungry
own.
for a really fresh burger, you can always grow your own fixings. Or you can get yourself one of these. A water burger.
Hold on, Mel. We've got some big news that just can't wait.
Hold on, Mel. Who's Mel?
They were going for a Quaker Oats commercial effect where they cut into the existing commercial with a news report.
No, okay. Hold on, Mel. This just in, breaking news. Someone's been murdered, and also...
Hold on, Mel. I'm not sure why they put you on TV to begin with.
Hold on, you shouldn't be in TV. Now...
And also, Cletus, can you lay off the harmonica for a second?
Yeah. Now, a totally professional voiceover by me, with no mistakes at all.
Hold it, Ron.
Hold it, Ron!
All right, Kira, how's it going?
Pretty good. Are you guys?
Oh, you're sharing your screen with us?
Yeah.
I haven't seen. I'm not on there. Hang on.
Made to order, a regular order of fries,
Made
and a
the
medium
order.
soft drink for only $1.99. So hurry.
Made the order. Yeah, who's this fucking guy? I need to see this.
If you're hungry for a really
Okay.
fresh burger, you can
You're
always
supposed to-
grow your own fixings.
I swear I remember this commercial from...
He must have been
Being-
about 2 years old.
Yeah.
Come on.
Or you can get yourself one of these. A water burger.
Oh, you can get
Hold
one.
on, Mel.
Look,
We've got some big...
That guy is so fucking weird looking. Like, what is up with his eyebrows and his fucking... He's got a Jack Nicholson hairline there from the early 80s.
This says 87, but it seems
Way
Like,
earlier
oh.
than that.
It is a Texas restaurant.
It's Mel Tillis. Holy shit.
Oh, okay. All right. How'd you figure that out?
Because Kira put it in the chat. It was Mel Tillis, 1987
Oh,
Whataburger.
okay. Can you see down here?
Yes.
Okay.
Mel Tillis.
Country
News that just can't
music.
wait. Presenting the
That's
What a Meal
extraordinary.
Deal. A great meal and a great deal at only $1.99. It's a Whataburger, fresh and made to order, a regular order of fries, and a medium soft drink for only $1.99. So
Is there
hurry
something
in
I'm
for the What a
missing?
Meal
Is there
Deal,
something
only
called a
at
made
Whataburger.
to order? Did you see that? It said Wichita Falls and Lawton. That's Oklahoma.
Whataburger.
Wichita Falls and Lawton, Oklahoma. Wichita Falls, Texas.
If you're hungry
And
for a
then
rich
a gremlin reminds you what the restaurant is at the end.
Whataburger. 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 If you're hungry
And the way they say it, like when I was a kid, I was always like, I literally thought it was water burger. I thought like it was a burger that had something to do with water or had water
I
in
think
it.
that's how a lot of people
Water
pronounced it.
burger. Water burger.
Water, 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 water.
Oh man, yeah. BB says it sounds like 1974. Yeah, that's. Oh, you know those haircuts and shit. That's probably about par for the course for North Texas, southwestern Oklahoma, 1987. You know.
So yes, I probably did see that commercial in 1987.
Well, at the bottom it said Wichita Falls and Lawton locations only. I guess for that little deal or whatever that they popped up there.
Yeah,
So, and Lawton's about 100 miles southwest of here.
but they had them around where we lived.
Oh yeah, yeah. They've always.
They had them all over Oklahoma.
Yeah, yeah. They've been here since at least the 70s, early 70s probably, if I had to guess. And I know that because there's just locations that, their original locations are like these, looked like the old fucking hamburger stands from, 1960s and shit. And we had like those around here, like that have been renovated and stuff over the past 10 or 20
Bet
years.
there's something that if not Whataburger, or something that looks like it in a Richard Linklater film. It's definitely on King of the Hill, of course.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's all over there. Texans were super proud of Whataburger, and then it got bought by the fucking by the bastard Arby's people, which
The BBW Arby's company.
DJs love Arby's. LPGs love Arby's.
LBGT Arby's. Q's love Arby's. They're like their LBGTQBQs at Arby's. RBQB. Alright. I'm just being dumb.
I went to Arby's the other day for the first time in a long time. And I gotta say, it was not very good.
Yes, no, it's not.
I was surprised that the price was still the same as the last time I went there, because the price of everything has gone up recently. And the quality was such that I was no longer surprised.
Yeah, fast food is just, I think for the most part, you're gonna pay a bunch and be fucking disappointed. That's me. Yep.
The thing with Arby's is it's been expensive for fast food for a long time, but
the quality was decent.
It was usually pretty decent, but
yeah, you got what you paid for. But that's
I guess they made the decision to lower the quality.
Whataburger.
That's our friendly troll.
All right. Pran Funkels. We're gonna make a Pran Funkel.
Yeah, let's say hi to everybody in the chat real quick.
Whataburger. Whataburger.
Born Whataburger.
Here, switch chat to live chat, of course, if you haven't
switch it from top chat to live chat.
Yeah, because the top chat means you ain't gonna see shit. You're not gonna see the good comments, the good kind. Here for the comments is here. Ian Bear Pig is here, which we've seen. Welcome, we've seen him from time to time.
He only comes around when he's least suspected.
Yeah, Gary Busey, Burger King, Sir Saphir. I don't know. That's probably something backwards, and I don't have time to read it. But welcome, Sir Saphir. Redacted is here. Colin is here. Of course, BB is here. Of course. And did I say Gary Busey Burger King? Did I say that? Did I say? Well, welcome again.
I don't know.
Takaho Demboski is here. Welcome. Rob Scott. Welcome. Who else? And who else we got?
Did you mention Anders?
Anders is here from the Workaholics. Welcome. Nice. Yeah, that's him. That's totally Anders.
I think I mentioned Anders.
Did you?
Recently on the show
Really?
Because somebody that we were calling or something.
Sounded like him?
Yeah, or looked like him or something. I don't know. I don't remember the context. Kira, do you?
It makes me think about how of those three guys, you see Adam Devine is like in a bunch of stuff, kind of like Adam Devine's in a whole bunch of stuff, and like the other two guys aren't. Like, so that's the cosmic shame of Hollywood, I guess. When you have those comedy teams like Jack Black, Kyle Gass, and Jack Black is in like every fucking thing, and Kyle Gass just kind of shows up here and there.
I think it's just in both of those situations. I think they're actors, and the other people aren't particularly like, or they're not.
They're just more of a troupe type thing.
Like they don't want to necessarily just act in things.
Yeah, well, I see. I'm not saying like they anybody. I'm not saying they suck because they're not in stuff or anything like that. But yeah.
Well, I think you did.
Okay, I did. They suck
think
because
you should
they suck
apologize.
because they're not in a bunch of commercials and stuff, right? No.
I really like George Costanza's character in Shallow Hell.
George Costanza's. So let me get this straight. Jason Alexander, who plays George Costanza, also
You just blew my mind.
So Jason Alexander is playing George Costanza, who's playing Shallow Hal's friend in Shallow Hal.
He's playing Tenacious D's friend in
Oh,
Shallow
okay.
Hal.
Okay, yes. I understand now.
And Tenacious D is trying to date the woman from Great Expectations, who's selling her vagina candles.
And she's actually really fat, but you can't see it. She sits in a chair and it falls out from under her and breaks. That was a real weird movie. I don't. You can't fake a better crashing sound than that.
Now, to be fair, that's a couple of different instances edited together, I think.
So Anders here is interviewing us. What has been in the 8 years we've done this show? I added that part. What has been your favorite prank call you've ever done? Any ideas, guys?
Kira?
Off the top of your head, you can think of something that was just like. I'd have to have some examples. I'd have to like kind of have my memory jogged a little bit because I don't think about this a lot. But
well, there's so many.
Yeah, there's been a lot.
I think the original Tom Saltermeyer, or I think it was the original, but the one
with the lady
with the green suit.
Oh, that one.
Bodysuit. Wasn't that the original?
Is that the original? Is it the original? The first one was it was like some guy and then his fucking wife or girlfriend gets on the phone. Yeah, and that's
the same one.
It's the one where you say PhD stands for pretty hard dick.
Yes.
And she's like pretty hard dick, ooh, and then she's like all into it. And then you got her hooked.
And then at one point she said, "You have said that you have a PhD more than you've said your actual name."
Yeah, there's a lot of pretty really funny moments.
Rude. Here for the comment, it says rude rapper.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
That was the first thing that came to mind. I always think about a particular episode that happened when I was at Mike's Studio 6C or whatever.
Yeah.
There was an episode we did, I think in 2015 maybe, and
some crappy
What's that? Who is that?
That was me and Mike, I think.
Oh, okay. Laughing. Anyway,
it was maybe the first instance of the Pran Funkels house band. I think the particular episode.
That's from 2015 November.
When we discovered the "Oh Yeah" on Mike's drum set.
Yeah.
And we got like a bunch of. We had a lot of good calls, and one of them, like the highlight, was the rude rapper like calling us back and like playing his rap to himself and him not noticing it or something like that.
Yeah.
But we were all on the show. Or Justin might not have been on that episode. I don't know, but
yeah,
it's one of them that I have never actually listened back to. I just remember doing it and how much fun it was.
Right.
And I think Trivia Chris was listening to old episodes and came across it, and he was describing it to us, and I said, yeah, I think that's actually the episode I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Yeah, he was saying that's a really good episode. See, he listens back to a lot of our old episodes. Um,
Of course, Hector.
yeah, Anders says cheating Hector. Yeah, that's man, that is we got a lot of mileage out of him. We don't bug him a lot because he's a good guy.
Only
He
on
says,
anniversary episodes do we call
the
famous
5th anniversary
victims.
3 years ago. We called him. Kira was trying to get him to come to a party with cocaine and Milky Way bars.
God, was it that long ago?
It was 3 years ago. Yeah. And Anders says I actually found his number and called him with the soundboard. We don't recommend that you do that, but that's yeah.
That's one reason we don't call him very often.
Right, yeah. That's the thing. You find victims, you find new victims that are kind of fun, and then that you kind of wear them out. That's not what we're about. We don't want people getting fucking like harassed and shit. So that's why we kind of we do a little bit and kind of move on. But yeah, racist woodworker is another one. That's some gold there. That guy. I don't work on monuments. Those people like that. Classic dummy always makes me laugh. the call that comes to mind is where Tom Saltermeyer calls the guy we call classic dummy and just straight up asks him like, "Is this the classic dummy?" And he just says, "Yeah, I'm the town shithead," or something like that. Just completely ridiculous. So, anyway.
So, maybe we'll call some of those individuals tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do. Like I said, I'm just sticking around kind of for the intro.
Well, I have a handwritten note I received in the mail.
Oh, yeah.
By hand.
You know what I saw today?
What?
Just a quick note, and I wanted to take a picture, but I was in a car going down the road, so I couldn't. There's a little sign. I went up to like wasn't like right by my house or anything, but it was like a couple miles away or something. There's a little sign out by the side of the road, stuck in the ground. Just it says, "I buy your diabetic test strips." There's a sign. There's a number. And it just made me think of the diabetic test strip lady. Like, yeah, that's another kind of funny one. That lady.
TST.
Diabetic test strips.
Bitch. Saying that over and over. So.
This is Raquel.
Oh man. What was it? Let's see. Here for the comments says. Pran Funkels kind of exists in its own ecosystem outside the rest of the prankist sphere. Pranksphere. Yeah, I guess you could say that. We've always just kind of done our own thing, and that thing. We just always kind of done our deal. So.
Here for the comments mentions Car Crash Dave.
Yeah. There, and then of course, Car Crash Dave, and the guy that we got to go to at Denny's and look for Tom Saltermeyer. What was that? Larry, right?
Larry the Bro.
Larry the Bro, yes. The
Yes.
guy who completely connected dots that weren't there. Like, we called him with the soundboard. What was the soundboard we called him with, where the guy started saying something about wet and sloppy, and he just assumed it was some guy who had been fucking his recent ex-girlfriend or something?
Yes, Sean the college guy.
So he was just like, "Oh, you talking about Mary Jo, my lady? Yeah, I was just with her for like 2 years." And he completely just, I guess he was just in his mind like he'd just broken up with her, and in his mind she had cheated on him, or maybe he told him she had cheated on him. But he just completely created this whole scenario in his mind by after listening, with when we used the soundboard on him, that this guy had been fucking his, and then that it just kind of escalated from there, and Tom Salter might have got involved and said he was investigating her or something. And then we ended up getting him to, I guess we didn't think in a million years he would ever do it, but I guess he drove to a Denny's, and Tom was telling him like, yeah, I'm in the bathroom, and he was saying, I'm not going in the fucking bathroom, man. I'm not meeting you in the bathroom or something. So anyway, good stuff. Cody's still there? What happened? Did he step away?
He stepped away.
Yeah, he was going to say something about Car Crash Dave, and I kind of cut him off, so sorry. Sorry about that. We'll wait for him to come back. But yeah, 8 years, a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun on here, so some momentous occasions, some very of course there was the time that of course the early days, the very early days when Justin talked to Satanic Racist on the phone. That one was pretty fucking crazy. And I remember that because I was not on that show, but I was listening, and yeah, it was pretty crazy. But lots of weird, wild, wacky stuff. Yeah, BB says then Tom called the Denny's and said he was concerned with his client was in the bathroom but wasn't well.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that was some good shit. But yeah, Car Crash Dave was the one that he was the guy that was trying to hook up with Ileana or something. Is that right? And then Tom said he was gonna he needed to be there to broker the deal, and then he was gonna put on one of those green spandex suits, and there would only be one hole in it where the mouth is. But and he was like, nah, fuck that. And he was like, but there will be a piece of saran wrap over the mouth. Don't worry. It'll be completely safe. Something fucking crazy like that. I mean, it's over the years, the amount of ridiculous shit that we've said to people, you guys have said to people, not so much myself, but, and like, the thing that it just always, that's so funny about it to me is that as far as we've gotten with some of these people in these little jokes, these little improv sessions that they're unwilling participants in, that they just keep going along with it, like, oh, this is real, I just think about myself and I'm like, I would know in about 5 seconds, like, you guys are fucking with me, this is a joke. But these people that we found that just like go along with it like it's real, and I don't know, it's just that's kind of what we've done over the years is just we just kind of it's kind of like improv. It's kind of like an improv session a lot of times that the person on the other end is just kind of thrown into, like, all right, how do you react to this, and what do you say if I say this, and see how good they are at just improv, But you were saying you were going to say something about Car Crash Dave, Cody?
I don't remember now if I was.
Was it we were talking about? I was talking about the. Wasn't it he was trying to hook up with Ileana and Tom was brokering the deal and said he would be there in his green spandex suit but there would just be one hole where the mouth is, but it's okay because it'd have saran wrap over it. Wasn't that him?
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to. I haven't listened to it in a long time, and
yeah.
Back then, I didn't listen back to the shows. Like the first few years of the show, I never listened back.
Yeah.
And then I finally started, and then I realized that I would have forgotten a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
someday I'm going to listen back to all those episodes and enjoy it.
Yeah, someday. I've always talked about how great it would be if, just for fun, like, we go back and catalog every reference made.
As
Just something
Glass
random.
Tiger once sang, someday.
Someday you'll be cataloging references and Pran Funkels. All right. All right.
Let's make a Pran Funkel.
Yeah. You gonna make Pran Funkels? Oh yeah.
I think so. Oh, Kira stepped away.
Yeah, I guess so. Yep. Kira's on a BRB.
So I was saying, I received a handwritten note on some yellow notebook paper in the mail. Handwritten in red ink pen. And I gotta say, this
Who
lady's
wrote you a
name,
note and just put it into the note? Because
Well-
that's a federal offense. Just a.
her name is Stephanie, and I don't have a last name. But I will say, she's really good at writing the same letters the exact same way every time.
Oh yeah. Well, some people,
Oh, she does
Some
have
people-
a last name, but I don't know if I want to say it.
Well, that's juicy. What does she want? What's her business with you?
I believe she wants to buy my house. So we got a phone number, and I think we should give her a call.
Well, you could tell her, like, oh, by the way, you might not want to handwrite notes and put them in, or, well, was it mailed to you?
Yes.
Was it in an envelope, or was it just made to look like
Yes.
a note? It's a flyer.
It was in an envelope.
Okay. I appreciate the handwritten note.
Let's leave her a message.
Good morning, Stephanie's office with KC Property Group. This is Tammy. Do you have a house that you may be interested in selling?
Absolutely. It's a Griefuson's.
Okay. I'm sorry, it's what?
It's a Griefuson's style house. It's got the Mike Tyson decor on the walls.
Okay. May I ask who I'm speaking with?
Yeah. This is Greg.
Hi, Greg. Is the number that you called from the best one to reach you at?
Abs.
Okay, great. What is the address of the property, including the city, state, and zip, please?
That's 423 Wonder Lane. Ma'am, are you in a hospital? I hear something that sounds like an EKG in the background. I just keep hearing a beeping. Oh, I just heard it again.
The beeping is to advise you by law that the line's recorded for quality assurance.
Oh, that must have slipped your mind.
Oh, we don't have to tell you. That's why the beeping's there. So you have 423 Wonder, Wonder Lane. Is that correct?
Uh-huh. So when I hear a beep at any point in time, I should assume it means that my call's being recorded.
That's our protocol. I don't know if that's across the board, but
I mean, if I'm out in public and I hear something beep, I don't assume I'm being recorded. That's okay. I'm
the rest
just.
of your address, sir.
I just think it's weird that you assume people would know that. Can I place you on a brief hold just for a second?
I can only hold for up to 1 minute.
Well, thank you for your gracious gesture. Hang on.
Hello. Hello. I was holding for Greg.
This is Raquel.
Hi, Raquel. Greg put me on hold. I guess he no longer wants to speak with me. I'll release the line. Have a good day.
I'll release my bowels. Let's give her a call back. Boy,
probably get pranked a lot.
Wanting to buy my house, she sure is rude as fuck.
Oh, they probably get pranked a lot.
Well, they fucking deserve it. Fuck them. 'Cause they're probably a fucking hedge fund that's buying up houses for sale so they can rent them out to people who otherwise would be buying a house, but they can't because the houses are all being bought up.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna sign off.
A little bit too rich for your blood?
Yeah, I can't do this anymore, guys. No, I gotta work in the morning. So, oh man, oh man. Well, we gotta do something before we go, I guess.
Take a dog in the morning.
Classic crack all day.
Take a dog. It's been a long time since I've been on the air here, dog.
Well, I heard there's a film that...
There's a film. Tell me about this film. There's a film. He said there's film. He said there's film. There's film. A dog said there's film. There's film. What's a film? Ooh, take a dog in the morning.
Film at 11. And I mean tooth number 11. There's a lot of film on that one. And Dick's mouth.
Oh, Dick's mouth. Well, the studio audience sure did enjoy that one. Take a dog in the morning.
About what I consider brushing your teeth there.
Soap leaves a sticky film. That's what I was once told by Mr. Joe Cirola.
Roger, sometimes I wish you were a fish.
Coast, the scent opens your eyes.
Coast lover.
That reminds me of a story I would like to tell on the show.
You want to tell it real fast before, or do we want to finish up Dick and Dong here?
Coast Cabin.
Can we do both?
Yeah.
I saw a film. Or do you want to hang around for after the song? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I'll hang around. Yeah, I can hang around another 10 minutes or so.
I saw a film that starred Mr. James Carey.
Mr. James Carey, a.k.a. Jim.
Star of In Living Color.
Yeah, that show that was on a couple of years ago, yes.
I'm not sure if he was throwing... I'm not sure if he was throwing koosh balls with paint on them at the camera, or if he was... I believe Mr. David Allen Greer was the one who was had a bicycle.
Yeah,
that he got paint on the wheels and got that on the glass. Put it on the glass.
Always like that. That's a good one.
That was a good one there. He's got the BMX bike he stole it for the BMX bandits.
Mr. James Carey, I believe, played a character.
Oh yes, he did.
In a film, according to a certain local...
According to a certain guy from a certain channel, a certain number.
Bursh.
There's no less
Take it
than
about it.
500 orchestra hits in that song.
In any given episode.
You know, for my money, it just doesn't get any better than the Fly Girls. You know what I'm saying?
In living sand.
In living sand?
Was it Heavy D who did that?
That sounds right.
In living you walk on the moon, float like a balloon. You see, it's never too late and it's never too soon.
Never too soon.
Take it from me, it's I to be.
I kind of like. That was one of the few shows that they had another theme a couple of years later, or maybe like second or third season that I liked almost better than that one.
Yeah, I remember us sort of arguing about it. Maybe,
Really?
Because I wasn't a fan of the second season theme as much.
Really? I liked it. I kind of liked it. It's just.
But I do appreciate it now.
Yeah. And then they went back to this one, didn't they? Didn't they go back to this one like later,
think so.
like in the last season? Only they had at the end they added in a guy going like a really phony laugh.
That guy from the Game Over song from Spider-Man, the video game.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Naked Dog in the Morning is a guy that
James Carrey is playing the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes when I hear him playing that part, I like to drink a Miller Lite.
Oh, do ya?
And that just makes me think about Steve Miller Band.
The Joker, definitely played by Jim Carrey.
Definitely. Take it out about it.
Classic rock all day.
Day.
Oh boy.
Some people call me the space cowboy. Yeah. Some call me the gangster of love. Some people call me Maurice. Because I speak of the competence of love.
The competence?
Yeah, the competence. Is that what he said?
I think so.
Say I'm doing you wrong. But don't you worry, baby, don't worry. 'Cause I'm right here at home.
Beavers.
'Cause I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm a sinner. Play my music in the sun. I'm a trucker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker. Get my loving on the run.
I got the runs too.
My girl.
This guy is too good to be John.
Oh yeah, he's actually hitting a few notes here and there.
That's not all he's hitting. He's hitting his wife too.
You're the cutest thing that I ever did see. Really love your
Vagina.
features, wanna shake your tree. Lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey
Oh god,
all
this
the
is bad.
time. Oh, baby, I'll show you good time.
Oh boy.
I'm a grinner, I'm a lover, and I'm
Is this BB singing?
Oh, that's.
I'm just kidding.
Awful. It's making me. His singing's kind of making me a little sick at my stomach. But,
Dick and dog in the morning.
Classic rock.
It's like his singing is making me car sick or something. Because he's like, he's off beat and off key and everything.
The original song has that effect to begin with.
Yeah, yeah.
You're the cutest thing I ever did see. Really love your peaches, wanna shake your tree.
It's making me. I'm getting motion sickness because I'm trying to control it. I know where the words should be.
Good for Travis, did a good job on
It's Johnny's tight.
Trail mix.
It's just like that's how you get like car sick and motion sickness, is because you're trying to control something you can't control. You're trying to, like, you can't quite see out the car window, or so, you know what I mean? You're not able to see out a car window, but you're trying to like kind of control it, and it's like that's the way I was feeling with that. It's like I know where the lyrics are supposed to be sung, and I know the key they're supposed to be in, and I'm trying to will that to happen in my mind, but it's not happening. It's way outside the fucking lines, and it was just making me kind of ill. It's making me sick to my stomach.
Well, BB says the performance gave him menstrual cramps.
Yeah.
So that's
No, it's not. Like,
that's the Kokomo guy.
Yeah, that's the guy you just heard on the Joker, and we call him Trail Mix because
Why?
his name's Travis, and like some other like announcer said, "Hey, give it up for Travis," and that sounded like Trail Mix or something.
Trail Mix.
Give it for Trail Mix. Trail Mix.
Maybe he just scribbled his name down. It looked like Trail Mix. He scribbled Travis on a piece of paper. Oh man. The train wreck in slow
You don't say. I'm drunk. You don't say.
God. All right, what's your story about? You had a story.
About what?
You said you had a story, and I was like, "What was it about, Kara?" Kara.
I had a story.
No, Cody said he had a.
Oh.
Remember, I said I'm leaving, and you said, "Well, I have this story to tell."
Oh yeah. What's the story?
But what was it? What were we talking about?
I played something, and I think it made one of you guys think of something. I don't
We were talking about, we were doing our dick and dong thing, and then we started talking about something, and then.
The Joker?
Yeah, fuck. We're gonna have to like rewind the show back, like run the show back, and figure out what the hell we were talking. Anybody in the chat?
It's not that important.
You said you had a story to tell about something. I made a joke about something. I can run it back here a little bit. We can go back before.
Can take us back.
All right, let me see if I can run it back a little bit here. I can run it back a little bit. We can go back before. Awful. Let's go back here and see if we can figure out what we're. Yeah, the competition. I like it. I kind of like it's just.
But I do appreciate it.
Oh,
It's
the In Living Color theme, the other one. Then they went back to this one.
Nah.
Didn't they? Didn't they go back to this one like
I
later,
think so.
like in the last season? Only
The Incontinence of Love.
The Incontinence.
Spider-Man. So I think the karaoke subtitles probably said the incompetence of love or something.
The incompetence of.
Which is not what the lyric is.
Let's see if we can figure out what your story was here.
And sometimes when I hear him playing that part, I like to drink a Miller Lite.
Oh, do ya?
Miller Highlights.
And that just makes me think about Steve Miller Band.
Okay, it was before we.
The Joker.
I like it. I kind of like it. It's just.
But
I'm trying to figure out what the story. You said you had a story. Was it Heavy D who did that?
Take a night about it. 500 orchestra hits in that song. According to a certain guy from a certain channel, a certain number.
That he got paint on the wheels and got that on the glass.
Oh, God damn it. What was it? I can around another 10 minutes or so. Oh, it was before the thing.
Reminds me of a story I would like to tell.
There you go. Hang on. Let's see what
Okay.
Roger, sometimes I wish you were.
Roger.
Oh, okay. Now I remember.
Okay, you got it?
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so this is, I'm putting this out there to everyone. Kira, Patrick, everyone listening.
Uh-huh.
I had this experience recently. So...
Peter Lee is here.
Oh, finally.
Fucking finally.
With your
third motherfucking time.
Calico cat popping out of a box. Get you
All
go.
So what's this experience?
That is a calico you're hearing.
Whack-ack.
Whack-ack. I was driving home, and I was on the phone, and I pulled in to my neighborhood, and I just kind of pulled over in front of a house on a neighborhood street.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was on the phone, and I had, like, this car was, like, up my ass behind me.
Yeah.
So I pull over and just park, and this car fucking, of course, pulls up behind me and sits there.
And you're parked on next to a curb, right?
Yeah, in front of a house in a neighborhood. So this car promptly pulls up next to me, and they roll down their passenger window, and it's a guy who looks like a young-ish Charles Grodin.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to relive this experience because it was so goddamn weird, and I still don't know what to make of it.
When did this happen?
That was a few weeks ago.
Okay.
And I pulled off of a main street, but there was nothing weird going on that I was aware of. There was not much traffic. All I know is I pulled into this neighborhood street and pulled over so that
people could go around you. Yeah.
Yeah. And this guy pulled up behind me and then pulled up next to me. So he rolled down his window, so I rolled mine down, and I'm on the phone. And I have it on the hands-free thing. The Bluetooth thing in my car. And I roll down the window, and he's like, "What are you guys doing?" And this is me by myself in my car.
What?
What are you guys doing? And I was like, what are you talking about? He was like, it looked like you're doing a sub. And I still don't know what he was saying. It sounded like sub, but he might have been saying stop. But he sounded like Charles Grodin, kind of mumbling.
Doing a sub?
Are you doing a sub? He might have been saying stop, but he might have been saying sub. I'm still not sure. He was like, looked like you guys are doing a sub. And I'm like, And so I'm like sitting in front of this house, and they had like a sign in the yard that had a politician running for office or something, and I'm like, I thought he was talking about the sign, like maybe he thought I was going to remove the sign, or I don't know. I was just trying to figure out what the fuck was going on.
Right.
And I was in the middle of a conversation on the phone at the time.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, are you talking about that sign? And I pointed at it, and he's like, no, there was like 3 or 4 cars, and they were like pulling over, and it looked like you guys were doing a sub.
What?
And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, oh, I just thought you guys were doing a sub. And I was like,
what the fuck?
And I said, I have no idea what you're talking about.
What?
And then he's like, okay. And he like rolls up his window, and he's driving like a shiny new looking
Was there anybody else in the car with him?
Not that I saw, no.
Shiny new black what?
Like a BMW SUV type of.
Uh-huh.
And he just like speeds away
angrily,
like doing 60 miles an hour in this neighborhood street.
The fuck?
And just left me like wondering what the fuck was he talking about.
Like, what was that?
And he said like there were 3 or 4 cars and you guys were pulling over. It looked like you were doing a and there was not. Like I don't know what he was talking about. There were no other cars around.
How fucking weird.
I don't know.
Anybody
in the chat?
Somebody funkling you in real life? That's like something we would do to somebody on the phone. That's something you should say to somebody on the phone tonight. Hey, what are you guys doing? Looks
You
like
guys
you're
doing a
sound.
You guys doing this?
You
looked like
sound?
a 30-year-old Charles Grodin or something.
Yeah.
Just a really fucking weird experience that I'll never forget the rest of my life.
That's fucking bizarre. I don't think I've ever had something quite that weird happen to me.
I was expecting when he rolled his window down, I was expecting him to be like pissed off that you know how I don't know if you've had this experience or anyone listening, but situation where like somebody's up on your ass and you like pull over and they like pull over behind you because they're a fucking robot or something.
Yeah.
And then that's what I thought it was. I thought he was going to be mad that I pulled over in front of a house or something.
Maybe he is one of those asshole robots, and like he pulled over and he realized what he was doing, and then he had to cover for his bullshit, so he just rolled down the window and just made up some fucking shit. Act like I meant to do this. No, I did this because of a reason, not because I'm a fucking idiot.
Maybe, I don't know.
So fucking weird.
And I was thinking like maybe he's like an undercover cop or something, and he thought I was another undercover cop doing this thing where you pull over.
I thought you were doing a sub.
You're doing a sub?
Yeah, maybe he thought you were part of some undercover team of fucking in your car that looks like it could be an undercover cop car, right?
It doesn't, in my opinion.
Yeah. So
it's
fucking
not
weird.
It's not a.
I've had times when people are just driving around being shitheads. You know, of course, I'm sure you've never experienced that, but yeah, to the point that like I'm fucking getting my phone ready to record in case some shit goes down. You know, some fucking crazy shit goes down, because I'm like, what is this fucking person's problem? You just have people with mental issues driving around like, you know, just acting fucking nuts on the road, like around here. Just people like looking for fucking, I don't know what their problem is, but yeah, I've had, I'd say probably maybe once a week or every couple of weeks. Like I'm putting my phone over on the video setting, so like this guy tries to pull some shit, I'm gonna fucking at least have a recording of it. You know, so
yeah, when I rolled down my window with no other people in my car or him not having anyone in his car, And he said, "What are you guys doing?" I just immediately just was like, "What the fuck is
What
going
do
on
you
here?"
like? What do you guys, as in, what do you and those other 3 cars that I thought you were doing something with? Is that what he was saying?
Well, there's 3 or 4 cars pulled over, and there was not.
Yeah, imaginary cars, like
the
what?
main street that I pulled off of. There was like nobody around.
Are you guys doing a stop now? And if he thought you were law enforcement,
Or
the last fucking thing you want to do is pull up to somebody who you think is an undercover cop and go, "Hey, what's up? Hey, are you an undercover cop? You know, hey, hey, look at me. You know, hey, are you trying to catch people doing something? Well, I'm gonna be here and distract you. Then, you know, it's completely ridiculous. It's so weird. And like I said, maybe he was some asshole just trying to cover for his bullshit. Like, you know, he pulled over behind you and went, I'm gonna have to pretend like, because you've known people like that, right? That, you know, and instead of just, you know, admitting they did something wrong or thought something stupid and just own it and go on down the road, they just try to cover for their bullshit. You know, and he pulled over. Okay, so he pulled over behind you, and then he realized he pulled over behind you for no reason. So I'm gonna have to make this stranger believe that I did this for a reason. And then he pulled up next to you and said, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And then he realized there was nobody else in your car with you, so he had to cover for that bullshit by saying, "Oh yeah, there were 3 or 4 other cars that pulled over." And then he realized that there's no way you would believe that. So then he started making up some other bullshit.
What's funny is the person I was on the phone with heard the entire thing and was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
What was that? Yeah. God, how weird. I don't know. Yeah, that would. I would have started to wonder if I was on some. Maybe you were on some hidden camera fucking thing. Maybe you're on somebody's YouTube channel.
There were a lot of possibilities that entered my head.
You may be on somebody's YouTube prank channel. Like, look at this guy that I just pulled over next to and then said some shit to and then drove off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got funkled in real life. So
yeah, it's possible.
Well, all right. Happy 8-year anniversary, and I'm going to sign off because I have to go to work in the morning, but happy Pran Funkeling, and 8 years. And sorry, no big fanfare this year, but you know, the big one's coming up. Still doing it in 2 years. I don't know why we wouldn't, but been doing it this fucking long. 8 years. Hard to believe, huh?
Oh, no fanfare?
Well, yeah, we can do a fanfare. Let me get one here, unless you're getting one ready.
I didn't find one right off the bat. Kira, did you?
The one that comes to mind is for me is this one. If I can get it pulled up here. This one right here is for me. If I can hang on a second here, there you go. There's your fanfare. 8 years.
Capcom.
You know what that's from, of course, don't you?
Magique Suade.
Musique is weird.
How you say?
How you say? What's the movie with David Spade where he's making fun of somebody, some foreign person who's saying "how you say"? He's like, "Hey, you know when you say how you say." Some movie or something that he's in. He's talking shit to somebody, some French guy or something. Yep.
Pran Funkels.
The theme of staying home sick and watching educational TV when I was a kid. Is that what that reminds you of, Cody?
Oh yeah.
We would stay home sick, and we didn't have cable TV, so we would just... And regular TV, it was all like soap operas, and, you know, well, I'd usually watch like Price is Right or something, but when that was over, what the fuck are you going to watch? Until cartoons come on in the afternoon, you got nothing, so we'd flip it over to, you know, PBS, educational TV, and they'd show all this shit from the 70s. We've talked about this endlessly, but... And that was one of the shows there, Parlez...
Moi.
Parlez-moi. Yeah.
Ça non plus.
Vous avez oublié le numéro aussi.
Oui, j'ai oublié le numéro.
Alors cherchez son numéro dans le bottin.
Dans le bottin?
Oui.
Mais j'ai pas de bottin.
Il y a un bottin à côté du téléphone, monsieur.
À côté du téléphone. Ah, vous voulez dire le grand livre?
Oui.
Is this a porno?
Numéro dans le grand livre.
Is a porno happening? Is porn happening?
Parce que je sais pas lire.
Seems like it.
Mademoiselle, vous savez lire?
Mais oui.
Oh, she just came.
Vous voulez lire pour moi, mademoiselle?
Oh.
D'accord, monsieur. Alors, Scooby-Doo, S-C-O...
She's looking through a phone book.
Mademoiselle. Mademoiselle.
Scooby-Doo.
Mademoiselle.
Oui.
Mademoiselle.
Scooby-Doo.
Est-ce que je cherche le nom?
Pauvre mademoiselle, vous savez le nom. Vous n'avez pas besoin de chercher son nom, vous avez besoin de chercher son numéro.
Monsieur, mais pour trouver son numéro, il faut d'abord trouver le nom dans le bottin, parce que le numéro est à côté du nom.
Le numéro est à côté du nom.
Alors, Scooby-Doo. Non, il n'y a pas un monsieur Scooby-Doo dans le bottin.
C'est impossible. Je sais que son nom est là. Je le connais, le monsieur. C'est Monsieur Scooby-Doo.
Il n'y a pas de monsieur
Scooby-Doo.
Le bottin de Toronto.
Raggy.
Il n'habite pas à Toronto.
All right.
Il habite à Vancouver.
Oh, she just came again.
She was eating the phone book there.
She ate the phone book and had an orgasm. Oh boy. Peter Louis says Mrs. Price is right. What was that?
Kira, are you still there?
I'm here.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
No, I'm totally entertained.
That was the episode that involves
A phone book being eaten? Man.
Jacques, or whatever his name is, that he's talking to a telephone operator who looks a lot like Mary Gross, but I don't think it's her.
Hot.
Hot and gross.
That's her latest comedy special.
But they, what was it they kept saying? Scooby-Doo?
Scooby-Doo.
You know, it's funny, like, I'm assuming that was a joke within the show, but also that was an old prank call that's been played on previous anniversary episodes where I called a gas station, I think, and I was like...
No, it seems like it was some kind of an ordered line.
Maybe, yeah. And the lady
started to say, "Excuse me." She
was like, "Scoot," and then I was like, "Scooby-Doo."
Scooby-Doo, and then she just started laughing, and you guys both started laughing.
A lot of my early prank calls as a teen ended with me laughing and hanging up.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I'm getting tired of looking at this guy that has a barf growing between his belly button and his pubic region there.
She found chewing gum in his pubis, as Jared Harris once said on Mad Men.
Okay.
Son of Richard Harris.
Oh, really? Is that the guy who plays the British
professional yeller extraordinaire?
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
Yink bass, more. Morally Safer's reporting on important things on 60 Minutes.
But yes, that's the theme of staying home sick and watching educational TV. All those old. Oh man, that and this right here. Let me pull something up real quick before I go.
Are you looking up the same thing I am at the same time?
Probably.
Wireburger.
Yes, that.
The following is from a cooperative project for acquiring skills essential to learning.
Is that it?
Yes, that's what I was about to play. Without a doubt, the coolest. Without a doubt, the coolest intro of its 70s.
Look around you.
Just look around you.
All right, let's make a prank phone.
That's right. It was brainstorming. All right. I'm gonna sign off. Thanks, guys, and here's to 8 more years. Pran Funkels.
Sears and cheers.
Sears. Sears Grand Central. Oh, BB says he remembers that too. I think BB grew up in a totally different part of the country, but shares a lot of the same I think pop culture memories that we do.
Kira, do you remember that show?
Which one?
That Think About, that theme.
The theme we were just staring.
No, I don't.
I remember being a kid and just like recording that with my tape recorder off the TV and like listening to that, like jamming out to some Think About.
It was a really cool song at the time.
Well, especially compared to all the other bullshit educational show themes that were, just like that.
A component of the Skills Essential to Learning project.
Skills Essential to Learning. EIT.
Was produced by KLCS Los Angeles.
KLCS.
Of the Agency for Instructional Television.
And the award for the most fuzzy voiceover goes to...
The award for... How'd you do that, man?
I couldn't understand a single word you said. How'd you do that?
How did you achieve that effect? And it turns out he put an entire sofa in front of the microphone and spoke through it.
A sofa and an Egg McMuffin. Okay.
BB says Patrick is 100% right. That French language show is the only thing on my black and white TV in my room when I was homesick. And then a bunch of other shit too but that was pretty memorable. There was another one with the it was Spanish and it was called and it had like a super funky theme. It was
Survival Spanish.
Survival Spanish. Oh shit, we have to look. That theme was super and like you could probably sample that for a hip hop beat or some shit now.
Kira, are you looking it up?
I'm looking it up right now. Let's see. Survival Spanish.
I've looked it up before and I think I couldn't find it.
Let me see if I can find it. It's from the early 80s. I think it was like 1981 or something.
There was a Spanish lady.
Mm-hmm. A Spanish lady. Yeah.
Latino woman.
Yes. And when she would say something in Spanish, and you were supposed to repeat her, and a little
Mouth
icon, that was like lips would come on the screen. And you were supposed to say it, and she would cock her head and look at the screen seductively, like you're saying it, aren't you? Yeah.
That's not all she do with a cack.
She'd cack. Oh God, it's not.
A little bit of prepositional play there.
God, I would love to find that. I remember the thing. I could sing the theme to you. It was it was great. That was the thing we liked the most about those shows, is just how like funky the themes and how 70s they were. Survival Spanish, yeah. So, and I remember at the end the credits were like, it was like they like produced it like at the PBS in Miami or something. It was like the Miami-Dade County Spanish class thing or something. I don't know. But
someday.
Yeah, someday Glass Tiger will find it. So, Glass Tiger. What about
ladies and gentlemen?
Glass Tiger.
Keep it clean.
Instruction.
Keep it clean.
Come on, guys.
Keep it clean.
I think we should call back that lady that we spoke to earlier and let her know she should keep it clean.
And ask her, what are you guys doing?
Are you doing a sub? Are you fucking a submarine sandwich in the asshole?
It's like one of those Led Zeppelin stories. All right.
That was a call we did, right?
Led Zeppelin.
We did a call where I kept mentioning that. That was definitely a classic Pran Funkels call.
I don't remember. Was that a Car Crash Dave one or something?
I don't think so. It was from like 2018, probably.
You kept mentioning Led Zeppelin fucking a.
There was a weird void.
A red snapper.
There was a place in Pran Funkels history, and it was mainly in late 2017, early 2018, where a lot of weird shit happened.
Yeah.
And I think that was one of those things.
Okay, well.
What's going on here?
One of these days we'll have to have a true Pran Funkels best of show where we go back and find all. Maybe we should just, employ some of our audience, like pick out your favorite calls and isolate them for us and give us the timestamps.
Now that you're.
Seriously, yeah. You tell us what you like. Go and find those in the shows and isolate it so we don't have to do the work.
That would be so great.
Diabetic test strips.
Diabetic test strips.
Let's give him a call. Let's make some calls.
All right, gonna sign off here, guys, and good night, and happy 8 years and stuff, and I'll try to make it on some more shows. Okay.
Yep. Cheers.
All right. See ya.
Sears.
Good night.
Sears and cheers.
So the sawdust guy has been calling us and his wife.
Yes.
For the last, I don't know, ever since the last show we left the message. So they've called like 5 or more times, and they left 5 voicemails, and 2 of them were just like them doing things around the house, and there was like nothing to it. But then, these are the ones where they actually said something.
Hello, this is the lady with the sawdust bag. I just wanted to let you know it's full of sawdust, but if you still want it, you may call me back at your earliest convenience. But please, not at 3 o'clock in the morning. What the hell is your problem, dude? Have a good night.
See, what it is that when that notification goes off, when they leave a message, it beeps, and that's what wakes me up.
You need to shut off your notifications.
I don't know how to do that. I don't know if I...
See, mine's all in a row.
Let me see here.
Where's the other number? I'll call that one, too.
No, well, that was a long time ago.
Oh.
I have to get into settings.
Yeah, that's where you go. Go to settings.
Okay. Sounds and vibrations.
2 days later.
It'd be your better interest to call me back before I take legal action against you. Number 7, and I am very serious about this. I am going to take legal action against you if you do not call me back. I'm giving you till tomorrow morning, and I'm going to the authorities for these late night harassing phone calls you've been giving me. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to the authorities, and I'm filing charges against you.
And there you have it.
I'm a poo dude. A totally radical, spiked hair up poo dude.
Do you have a disc armor?
I have a condom on my liver-spotted penis, if that's what you mean.
Thanks for ruining the sexy vision of Rygar for me. The hero of Argol.
Elderly Rygar.
No, I want like a hot hunk Rygar, please. Shit, I think he's dying. How would I call 911? What happened?
I got possessed by Argus.
It sounded like it. Okay. I had not taken any gummies in a really long time, and I took one tonight, and it's like...
I did too.
Okay. I'm like just like one rung under mentally challenged, I think. I can't remember anything. I'm laughing at everything.
You're one rung below getting to the level of the plate that Barf has been placed in front of.
Am I the only one who sees a duck in the center? Like the...
Is it a mallard?
Yes, I think.
Does the duck have red around its eyes?
Let me look at that picture again.
Is that Peking duck at Yummy Buffet?
Oh, it is. I think
is this duck peeking at me masturbating in the bathroom?
Come and experience Yummy Buffet. It is located between Lord...
Not necessarily in that order. Experience Yummy Buffet and then come if you'd like.
Oh man, these legal Delta 8 gummies are really powerful, so it's not doing anything illegal tonight.
Well, Barf is eating some kettle corn, I think.
Let me look at it.
Did you look at it?
Is it John Candy?
It's Mr. Jonathan J. Candy.
Okay, it looks like it's, I don't know, a really big chipmunk. It's the mutant doesn't have it actually had 9 eyes, but lost 2 or 3 of them, I think. And
it's doing a sub.
Yeah, I couldn't describe it any better than that.
Looks like there's 3 or 4 of you, and you pulled over, and it looked like you were doing a sub.
So it was doing us up, right?
Doing a sub.
But ultimately, that's what he meant.
It looked like you got. What are you guys doing? You doing a sub? A sub.
I don't know. But anyway, it's
Kira seems to be high, folks. And that's okay.
It's like
we want that.
Like when you get super out of control when you're super drunk. That's like where it is, kind of, but it feels different. Okay.
That's good.
Whatever this thing is, it's biting into a paper plate. and then coming out, up, and to the left, you see the duck with the beak and the neck. Yeah.
With a red eye decoration.
And it looks like he's... it's like a taco salad, you know? And he's eating the duck as part of the salad that he's eating.
If you're watching tonight's episode and you're high, and if this is present day or if it's 20 years from now, I'd like to congratulate you for enjoying this as much as we are.
And look at this picture if you can. I hope you can see it. Alright, so the sawdust guy is really angry at Tom.
Peter Lallee says, one-eared elf in a fruit suit. Or a fur suit, I'm sorry. Taco Demboski says, don't feed him after midnight.
But where does this animal begin? It's like part of the rug or something.
He's sinking into the currently flooding floorboard of this apartment.
Okay.
It's part of the menagerie.
Oh my goodness.
BD says he's spilling lots of shit off the plate too.
Was it cheese? He said it was a cheese ball.
It's a cheese curl.
From Trader Joe's.
I do have to say, if you're in the Kansas City area, folks, Dots pretzel sticks, I can't recommend those enough. They're a local thing, and they have I forget what they're called, but it's a blue bag, and it says something along the lines of ranch flavored, but it's the best snack food you'll ever encounter. That's my review.
Okay, I'll listen back when I'm sober and I'll know what you said just now.
Let's make a Pran Funkels.
Yeah, so that guy and his wife called us back like over and over again, like all supposedly mad, but...
Are there more messages that are worth playing?
No, they're just that guy or lady walking around the house for 3 minutes. I mean, it'd be fun to listen to while you're high, but that's not what we're here for. So we're past the deadline, because he said tomorrow, and I think tomorrow was last Saturday or something, was it?
Authorities have been contacted. They've been contacted, God damn it.
Yeah, it was like 5 days
I'm
ago.
contacting the authorities. I want to make a Pran Funkel.
Okay. You, do you want to call him as... Well, actually, you're supposed to do Tom Saltermeyer and say, like, that you're going to take counter action against him because your client just wanted the sawdust bag and you're...
Okay.
Okay. And I'll try like 3 times and I guess leave a message on the
3 times food.
Yeah, this is Junior Ignazi. Who do you want?
I'm agnostic as well.
You haven't changed your mind since last time?
I was thinking God might not exist, but Junior convinced me otherwise. If I shut up the sky.
Yeah, this is Junior Ignazi.
Alright, do you know what to say to him?
Speaking of Ozzy,
Kevin's dead.
Juggling a couple of demons.
Couple of caca-demons.
Yeah. Kite boy demons. Rubbing against my nutsack there.
What are those big pink guys that, like, charge at you, like, really fast? They look like bulls or something?
Night Court?
Yeah. The modded version probably had Night Court in it.
Probably had Richard Mall.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta make Doom Night Court first. Anybody who makes Doom wads?
Wads? Is that a thing?
The Doom files are called Doom.wad. Nobody remembers this from DOS?
Shot my wad there in 1992.
You could make maps. I think this is right. I'm not sure, but you made maps for Doom, and you downloaded them. Map.wad. W-A-D. Yep, I'm serious. Look it up. I love this soundtrack.
It's a more restrictive sound chip situation, but I think it was a better example of the game, you know.
That's true. What sound chip or emulation is that playing it?
PC / sound chip YMF262, which is Yamaha, I'm sure.
No, I mean, are you playing it on YouTube or are you playing it on
VGMRips.net?
Okay, you're on the website. Okay,
yes.
because It's more fun. Does it? Wait, which? Okay, you said Yamaha. If you download a program, it's fun to just play around with. Just grab the midis and play them with like all different types of sound.
My
font.
first exposure to Doom was, I think, Patrick and his friends playing it on PlayStation. But also, I had a high school teacher. I'd be waiting to be picked up from school in the afternoon, and the way the classrooms were, I could like see into his classroom, and he was just like always farting around and playing Doom after school, which to me said that he wanted to be away from his wife. So I would like watch him play Doom through the window, and I'm pretty sure there was no sound because it was like a school computer that only had the machine speaker or whatever. What do you call those?
PC speaker.
Yeah. So it was just playing Doom with no sound, basically.
Just like little beeps and blorps and stuff.
And I tried to contact that gentleman on Facebook, but I have not received any response.
Is he still?
Let's make a Pran Funkels.
Is he still active on there?
I think so, if I had the right account.
What a dick.
Yeah.
Of course, you never know where your messages really go on Facebook if you're not, like, connected with the person, I guess.
Yeah. Sometimes individuals that have been in prison for a long time try to contact you.
Yeah, it goes into all these weird subfolders, but we don't need to talk about that. So, we're gonna leave a message for the sawdust guy.
Yeah, let's make a Pran Funkel, hopefully, in the next 10 minutes.
Yeah. Do you want to leave him a message or call somebody else?
Let's call somebody else.
Okay. Skip that. There's a foot fetish guy. Let's probably not do that. Okay, this is the guy from last time that said he'd like to sit on cactuses naked, and you argued with him about the Ford axe blower. You want to call him again?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
808.
Let's call anonymous.
But am I demanding?
Eight zero.
No, his phone's off. Okay. This is power legs.
Craig Rinkelstein.
Hi, thanks for calling Power Legs. We have a live agent waiting for you. If you're calling to place an order, press 1. Or for questions about an order you've already placed, press 2. Hi, thanks for calling Power Legs. We have a live agent waiting for you. If you're calling to place an order, press 1. Or for questions about an order you've already placed, press 2. Hi, thanks for calling Power Legs.
Okay.
Why'd you hang up?
It's not working. I thought that was hold music. That's pretty scary. Was it that Doom level where they had bunnies or something?
It's called Sweet Little Bunny, or Sweet Little Dead Bunny.
Oh, that's stupid map.
ID, you've disappointed me for the last time.
Here's a lawsuit.
I'll tell you what, a burger. Lawsuits are my middle name. And my
Calls
middle
may
name
be
is
recorded for
Saltermeyer.
quality assurance purposes. We are here and ready to help. We'll be right with you.
Hi, thank you for calling Quaker Law. My name is Sarah Rees. Are you calling about a new or existing mini-med pump claim?
I'm calling about a new mini-med pump claim. Tom Saltermeyer.
No, okay,
PhD.
I'll be able to help you with that. I'll just need to gather some contact information and ask you a few questions. To start with, may I have your name?
Tom.
I'm sorry, did you say Todd, like T-O-D-D?
Absolutely not. T-O-M. Tom.
Tom, I'm sorry, T-O-M. Thank you. And
That's
your last
okay.
name?
Saltermeyer, comma, PhD. Lactose
And how do you...
intolerant.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Tom Saltermeyer, PhD.
And can I get you to spell your last name for me, please?
Saltermeyer, comma, capital PhD.
Thank you. And just to confirm, the beginning of that was that S as in Sam, A-L, T as in Tom, E-R, M as in Mary. Yes. I'm sorry, what was that?
You said T as in Tom, and I said Saltermeyer, correct.
Okay, so just to confirm, I do have as S-A-L-T-E-R, M as in Mary, E-Y-E-R, is that correct?
It is as correct as the 7 Mary 3 disc that's in my Ford Ranger right now.
All right, and what is the best phone number for you to be reached at?
402-882-2083. Tom Saltermeyer.
All right, and just
PhD.
to confirm, your phone number
Can
was
I...
at 402-882-2083?
In fact, it is. Now, can I place you on a brief hold just for a moment? I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry, yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, hello, Mr. Saltermeyer?
This is Raquel.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just speaking with Mr. Saltermeyer, and he asked me to hold on, and then it connected me to you.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I'm sorry. Is Mr. Saltermeyer, is he there with you?
Who is this?
My name is Sarah. I'm with Quaker Law. He had called in regarding a potential claim regarding a mini-med infusion pump.
Were you calling me?
No, ma'am. A man named Tom Saltermeyer had just called here to me, and he asked me to hold on for a moment.
Did you want to sell some diabetic test strips?
Hello?
Yes.
I'm sorry, is Tom Saltermeyer there with you?
Oh, yes, ma'am. One moment. Let me get Thomas on the phone. I'm sorry. We're having a problem with the telephones. Just 1 second.
Gentlemen, don't be far behind. Let's party.
I couldn't make out, like, what he was saying. Well, for part of it.
Let's give her a call back.
Okay.
Or we can call back the handwritten note, Stephanie, that we spoke to earlier.
Okay.
About purchasing my property so that the poors can no longer own anything and will be forced to rent for the rest of their lives.
The scammy people.
Gentlemen, are you ready to party?
Come on! Are you ready to party? Gentlemen, don't be far behind. Let's party!
Okay, I heard it. You want to call?
Yes.
Okay. Should I get a commercial break?
If you'd like.
Or do you want me to dial?
Let's call a number.
Okay. Let's call them back.
Calls may be recorded for quality assurance purposes. We are here and ready to help. We'll be right with you.
Mr. Belvedere fucked my nutsack.
Don't forget Rob Stone.
We are currently experiencing a high call volume. If you would like to receive a call back in the order that your call was received, please press 1. Otherwise, please continue to hold on the line and an intake specialist will be with you shortly.
Oh, 1 second, folks.
Swell trip. You guys pretty pleased?
Yeah.
I've never been there before in my life. Oh, I hope you have a wonderful time. You both played the game wonderfully. You deserve that trip to Hawaii. Stay here. We'll say hi to Joe and Lisa from our first game. Come on out, kids. Off to Cancun, Mexico. So, do you guys like one another?
Yeah,
I like each other a lot. Mm-hmm. Okay, great. I just wanted to know. We'll see you next time on the all-new dating game. Bye-bye, everybody.
Our runners-up for the day will receive a generous supply of Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's tender and juicy bite after bite. At Kentucky Fried Chicken, we do chicken right. Or, Ross has a quality adhesive to make the best of any sticky situation, including specially formulated products for your kids' back-to-school needs. Ross adhesives. Or, well, it's finally soaked in. Palmolive liquid. original, or lemon lime. Softens hands while you do dishes. Or try Not So Sloppy Joe sauce from Hormel with a thicker, richer flavor. Not So Sloppy Joe sauce. It's the one that doesn't run. I want you to win a date to exotic places like London, Tahiti, Thailand. To be on the dating game, call 213-442-3560. That's 213-442-3560.
Tonight at 8, Burt Lancaster stars as a man chosen by God to set his people free. Anthony Quayle co-stars in Moses the Lawgiver. And now, join Pat and Vanna for Wheel of Fortune, where the prizes are bigger and better than ever. Next.
Okay, let's see if I can, make a call, because there wasn't a whole lot of that tonight. Let's call a diabetic supply company.
This call may be recorded for quality assurance. We are connecting you to an agent. If all agents are busy, you will be placed in queue. Please stay on the line. Your call is very important to us and will be answered in the order it was received. Okay, let's call some people and not businesses. Actually, there is one I need to try for our buddy iClone Animations. That's his YouTube name. He wanted me to call the Konami Dentures hag, and we had a lot of great calls with her. Great results from her, I should say. And I tried to call her, I think, a few months ago, and we got like a weird message. It wasn't her, it wasn't Konami. And I thought maybe it was a fluke, so let's try that. Konami Dentures hag.
Hello, please leave a message and I'll return your call.
I don't know, the caller ID says Konami Dentures. I mean, not Konami Gaming Company Incorporated. But the thing says, I'll call you back. So I don't know what happened with that. If he's listening, like, email me about it, please. I want to make sure I have the right number. Okay. Let's, like, call some people on their personal phones.
Call rejected.
Let's block our number.
Sorry, the number you've requested cannot be dialed.
Okay. Let's call the Kleenex connoisseur. Oh my god. Okay. Get a grip.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 6-1.
Let's try Robert, number 4. Since this is Sunday night, it's gonna make things more difficult than Saturday. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, who's this?
This is Raquel.
Okay.
Are you there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what are you up to?
Test strips.
Okay.
What are you up to?
Test strips.
Huh.
I'm sorry, what?
How can I help you?
Huh?
How can I help you?
You're the one that called me.
Is there a time that I could get that information from you?
What information?
Over where?
What's that?
I'm in California.
What are you looking for?
I'm sorry, hold on.
Call back.
leave your message for Please leave your message for
Hey, I'm sorry, this is Denise from the chat line. That was my friend messing around with my phone. She's being a brat, and I apologize. But I was trying to reach you, so I guess call me back. Bye. Okay. Let's call Scandalous Scott.
Hello? Hello?
Please leave your message for 7.
Okay. Let's just stick with numbers that will probably answer a Sunday night. Let's get a vacuum.
Press 1 now to continue this call in English.
Para continuar en español, presione 9.
Okay. I hit 1 and hung up. Let's try this.
This call may be monitored and recorded. Welcome and thanks for calling. All customer service representatives are busy at the moment. A live customer service representative will be with you shortly. I'm sorry, all customer service representatives are busy at the moment. A live customer service representative will be with you shortly.
I'm sorry. All customer service representatives are busy at the moment. A live...
Pretty tough tonight. Try something else.
Hi, thanks for calling. All customer service representatives are busy at the moment. A live customer service representative will be with you shortly.
Okay.
I'm sorry. All customer service representatives are busy at the moment. A live customer service representative will be with you shortly.
Okay.
I'm sorry. All customer service representatives are busy at the moment. A live customer service...
Back to regular numbers. Let's just keep trying. This guy will answer.
Hello?
So am I demanding?
Huh?
So am I demanding?
Demanding what?
What can I say?
I'm listening.
Okay.
Who am I talking to?
Marty.
From where?
Texas.
Texas. And
Sure.
you're in Texas now?
Sure.
And, okay, so how can I help you?
It's comforting to know that they can provide me with both a better colostomy.
With the better what?
I don't have to worry about leaking. I don't have to worry about ballooning. I don't have to worry about the way that I move.
And this is in regards to what?
You can get a better catheter.
A better colostomy bag? Is that what you said?
Would you mind doing a testimonial for us?
Doing a testimonial for who?
Marty.
A testimonial at 12:19 in the morning?
Attaboy.
Are you kidding me? I mean, where's the cameras? Am I being fucking punked here? It's 12:30 in the damn morning. The hell am I gonna do? Try to give you a testimonial for? I don't even use a goddamn colostomy bag.
I thought it was okay.
You thought it was okay? Well, then you enjoy your colostomy bag. But you know what? My insides are still connected.
It was amazing.
I bet it is. It is for me. I'm sorry, you have to go through living with shit hanging out your side. But I don't have to worry about that.
The best catheter for you.
The best catheter. I'm sorry, once again, guess what? I could pee just fine. I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about using the catheter. So you have the wrong person.
Not only am I now reliant on an ostomy device, but I also will forever use a catheter.
You will forever use a catheter. Well, you know what? That just goes to show me that you're one sick-ass woman that just needs to get off on something, anything that you can stick up your dick.
Woohoo!
Did you miss the hole or something?
I lead a pretty active lifestyle. I live on a ranch in Texas.
All right. Where the steers are queers. I mean, that's the only thing that comes from Texas is steers and queers. Which one are you again?
Nope.
So I bet you living on a ranch really hurts you being able to ride a horse when you got that big old shit bag hanging off your side, huh? Woohoo!
It's a no-brainer.
I bet. Does it ever open up on you and the fucking just shit fucking flies all over you and you just feel, woohoo! It feels so good?
Nope.
No. Okay, maybe you should watch Two Girls in a Cup.
I can't keep up with that guy anymore.
Hello.
It was an unknown call. Okay. We'll be back on... It's gonna be Friday instead of Saturday. Coming up. I do believe. So until then, this is Kira. On behalf of Cody, Patrick, and Mike. We love you a lot. We'd like to fancy you.
Wireburger. 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 Wireburger.